How to shop on AliExpress from Puerto Rico? First, go to the top right where the flag appears. Here, we're specifically looking for Puerto Rico, so the official AliExpress version for Puerto Rico loads. Then select the language. If we want, we can leave it in English or Spanish. I'll keep it in English, and for the currency, we can switch to euros, but I'll keep it in US dollars and click Save. Now, let's get started with this tutorial. I'll show you step by step how to make a purchase and what you need to keep in mind. As you can see, there are a lot of products here, many deals, and actually at the top we find even more. In fact, here we find a product offer and we also find product categories here. But what we're going to do is take a sample product and I'll show you what you need to look for. First of all, let's choose a product at random. Let's pick this product over here on the right. It already appears here. And let's take a detailed look at everything. The first thing we need to pay attention to is on the left side. We should look at the photos to see if they really match the product description, which is this one right here. Always remember to pay close attention to the title of the product, because sometimes you might get confused. In other words, they might be showing you this iPhone here, but it turns out they're not selling the iPhone. They're actually selling this battery. That's why it's important to tell the difference, since sometimes people end up feeling scammed. They see one product in the images and receive something else, but that's because they don't read this part of the title. Also, remember that when we are shopping or searching for products on AliExpress, the price we see is actually the lowest price that is currently being offered for sale. What do I mean by that? When you go into the listing, you'll notice that if I, for example, here, change something, if I change the color of the product or the specifications, you'll see that some options cost more than others. For example, this one here costs 15.22 and this one over here is 16.18. That's why before you actually know exactly how much it costs, you really need to specifically and carefully choose which particular variation or size of the product you want to purchase so you can know what the final price is. Then, once you've read and seen all of this, you'll go down to the section where the reviews appear. And here, the important thing is that it has at least 4.5 stars and also, hopefully, it has a good number of reviews. For example, in this case, it only has 15. I recommend a minimum of 30 or even 50 to be sure that real people are actually buying these products. Now we're going to click where it says See More. And here we're going to filter using this image icon so we can read. And above all, to see real images of the product, since the photos that appear at the top of the AliExpress page are, let's say, edited photos that look really good, whereas the photos here in the reviews are real photos from customers who have actually bought this specific product. So there we can see more for comparison, for example, in someone's hand or what the exact size is on a table. And, well, here we can see the details, detail by detail, what it's really like. Once you've chosen the product you want, now we're going to move to the right side to make the purchase. Now here, you need to be sure about the person who is selling it to you. What you can do is click on it and you'll go to the store or see the products that this person offers. What you can do is check here in this section to see how many positive or negative reviews they have overall, because this person doesn't just sell this product, but also several others. And obviously, it's better if they have a generally positive review rating. Then this will appear depending on where you are. You just need to click on it. And here, what you're going to do is specifically choose the country, then select depending on where you are located. And that's it. This applies here. Remember that depending on where you are located, here on the left side where the price is, it may also include some taxes depending on your location. Then here at the bottom, the shipping price appears. In this case, it's completely free, but there's no tracking number, meaning we won't be able to track the product to know which part of the world it's in, or if it has already arrived in our city, or even if it has already reached our home. That's why I recommend that you buy products such as electronics or valuable goods that have a tracking option whenever possible. You just look for this, enter, and here, when you select free shipping, it should show you if tracking is included. Then here it will specifically show the date when the product will arrive at your house or at the place you chose to receive the product. After this, if you want, you can also change the quantity. You can choose as many products as you want. You can increase it here depending on what you need. Then you place your order. I leave it at 1 and I'm going to click where it says buy now. Once I click buy now, this appears here. It shows up here. The shipping address is censored because it's my personal address, and here I can click where it says change and adjust the address to the place where I am located. Then in payment methods, depending on where you are, it will show up here. Add a credit or debit card or some other payment methods. This already depends on your location, as I mentioned. And as you can see, there's an option here for promo codes. I'll leave one for you in the description if I'm able to get access to it. And then here in the summary, you'll see the price of the product and the shipping cost. This probably changed and increased because I only chose a very cheap product. That's why I recommend that what you should do is go directly to any product here and add several items. And once you add several products, the shipping cost will likely go down, and that way it won't be so expensive. So what you can do is talk to friends or family members who want to order from AliExpress so you can place a single order together. That way the shipping cost will decrease significantly or at least stay the same. But obviously, since there are many more products, it's much more worthwhile to make the purchase. And once you've made your purchase here, you click where it says order. And when you get your tracking number, you're going to come to this website called exactly as you see above, 17 track. What you're going to do is enter your order's tracking numbers here and track them to see where your package is. Where is it? Whether it's already arrived in your country, whether it's already at your house, and keep a close eye to make sure your order actually arrives. Likewise, if the order doesn't arrive at your house or the place you chose, you can file a claim. AliExpress, and of course, they will absolutely refund your money, but for that, you simply have to pay close attention to the delivery date. Remember that this one said that at the latest, it would arrive in May 5. So since it's May, what you should do is wait until that date. And when that date arrives, if your product from this seller still hasn't arrived, what you do is file a claim so they refund your money.